There we go. There I am. Am I making sound? There's truly no way to tell. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, everything's stalled. This could have gone horribly wrong. Hang on, let me check. This isn't like the awkward thing that happens every time where I didn't check stuff. It's just that it legit was working, and now it might not be, because I'm using like a really weird, just a different camera setup to what I usually am. Let me just press this button. No. Or yes. I think it is working. No. Oh yeah, there I am. Bit of feedback there. Okay, amazing. How's it going, White Matrix on YouTube? Let me put this light on. Oh, that makes all the difference in the world. Right, yeah, something a little bit different today, and what that means inevitably is that it's not going to work. But we're figuring it out together, and it's going to be a real journey. Whatever actually happens. Let me put that window there, and this window here. And let me try to work out... You can see that bit of my screen, but not that bit of this screen. Okay, that's fine, because I might need a notepad as well. Oh boy, so... You can definitely see me search for my notepad there, can't you? Yeah, that's fine. Interesting few days. You see that? I'm going to put my notepad there. Amazing. Yeah, so streaming today rather than Monday. I'm just going to do the admin-y stuff while I search for some of the documents I might need. You know, all the kind of stuff you'd imagine I would have prepared in advance, which I just didn't. So I need a manual for Stairville DMX foot. I wanted to stream today instead. Yesterday I was super tired. Had a really exhausting weekend. Nothing bad, just there was a lot going on. So I figured actually I've got this in the post, and it arrived Tuesday morning. So why not do the stream Tuesday morning? So that's why we're a day late. Okay, that's manual number 1. And then Arturia Beatstep manual. Admin number 2, Mixer. What the hell, Mixer? Community's really important, isn't it, Mixer? I'm not actually that angry, because, like, obviously I'm streaming to several different platforms at the moment, so actually I'm not losing a whole bunch by not losing my main platform, but it's just a bit like, I was, if the numbers were favourable, perfectly happy to just abandon the other platforms and go to Mixer. But just as well I didn't. Facebook can do one. Amazing. So you may have noticed the fun little reference to that in my intro screen. You also might not have. You also might be rewinding to try and find it, and that's all good. Right, so today what we're doing, I recently got this guy, and by recently I mean this morning, Arturia Beatstep, not the Beatstep Pro, because I'm reasonably certain I don't need the Beatstep Pro for what I'm doing, and it's like double the price. I want to use this as a lighting controller, and that is what you're seeing back here. Hello. That's a pair of LEDs which are currently off. If I press this button, they turn on, and if I press that button, they go off again. And I'm reasonably certain... Okay, so I've got some stages set, I think. The annoying thing is, other than all the noise the buttons make, the annoying thing is the two LEDs are slightly different versions of the same light. So what that means is they don't quite receive the same messages, which is a real pain in the butt. But hopefully this won't be too much of an issue. And I say that in the full and certain knowledge that it might be. It absolutely might be. But we'll work it out together, because we're a community. And community is important. So what we're going to do first, I should talk about this guy, shouldn't I? This is the Stairville LED Foot 8 DMX. Stairville, I believe, is a Thomann company. LED Foot 8 DMX. So it's a foot controller for LED lighting control. Did I get all the words in there I needed to? Yes, I think so. So as you can see, these are foot buttons, and you press the foot button and it changes the lighting scene. Now that's a real pain in the ass unless you literally just want static lights. And I don't want static lights, I want something a bit more fun. You can do what's called chasers, which is a sequence of lights, but you can kind of set the timing of them, but like you can't set it rigidly to a tempo. But with this thing you can, and I got it out the box, set it up, and I've played with it for about 20 minutes. So I feel like I know what I'm doing, but I'm prepared to look like a real tit on the stream. Although that'll get me deplatformed by Twitch, won't it? A little streaming humour there. So what we need to do first is make sure that we have a bunch of a bunch of scenes on here. And if we have time and my brain doesn't melt, we'll maybe look at the chasers as well. But it could all go wrong, so I don't know. So I'm just going to look at the manual here for the Stairville. And I'm going to try and remember how to get into program mode, because I haven't used this thing in ages. Because it sort of did what I wanted for a while, and now I've got this, so I've just forgotten. So channel assignment, scene, saving a scene. Okay, keep the program record button pressed for 3 seconds to change to program mode. Okay, I think it did it. The indicator LED program record lights up. Oh, that guy. Okay, I thought that was on before, but apparently not. Fixture 1 to 8 buttons tell you which... Okay, so these are the two fixtures we have, 1 and 2. Fixture number 1... Going to go scene 1. Fixture number 1 is that one. Fixture number 2... That's fixture number 2 as well, is it? Fixture number 2 is... Hang on, I've confused myself. Fixture number 2... This is a great start, isn't it? Both fixtures. No, just one fixture. Okay, so that's that one. Great. And then this one. Maybe it's not that one. Wow, we're having a great time already, aren't we, guys? This is the best. Liam, you do the best streams. Thanks, guys. Number 2. That's number 1. I don't understand why you're struggling with this. Oh, man. So this one just responds... Ooh. That's way confusing. You know, I did expect it to go wrong, but I just didn't expect it to go wrong like this immediately. So, that's fixture number 1. But then some of the buttons also control fixture number 2. What? Okay. Let's investigate that. Can I turn them all down? Can't turn them all down. Why would I be able to turn them all down? That's madness. I'm also not a good lighting designer. I don't know if that's come across. So. This is the fun bit. 6 channel. Well, okay, let's try this. 10 channel. Right. I mean, who knows if I've fixed it? White Matrix, do both lights have the same amount of DMX channels? No, they don't. And I believe that is the problem. So I had them, the only number of channels that they share is 6, which is the lowest number for both of them. Actually, no, I think one of them can go to 4, maybe. So I figured if they shared the number of channels, that would be a smart thing to do, but apparently not. So let's see what happens now that they are both in this mode. Apparently nothing. Okay, so let's turn everything down. This is going really well. Number 1. Just turning some of these lights, waiting for something to happen. Ah, so you've gone green, which is lovely. Can I control any other aspect? Oop. So that's... Nah, something's wrong there. ADJ Tripar manual. That's the sort of thing I would just have lying around. But apparently not. Nope. ADJ Tripar Plus. Tripar Profile Plus. I honestly thought we'd be on to the Beatstep part of it by now, but no. Is that the manual? It's not going to be the manual. Oh, it is. Okay, so so I need to know what mode it needs to be on. So if this has got 8 controls, presumably you want it to be in 8 channel mode. One would believe. And it doesn't have an 8 channel mode, which is fine. Oh, actually, there's only 6 there, so you'd feel like 6 channel mode would be the one to go for, right? I shove that over there. Can you see it? Probably not. Yeah, 6 channel mode is what we want, surely. Because then red, green, blue, UV. Although it does have amber, or it should have amber, but none of these list amber. Not a single one. So maybe it's not a maybe it's not the Tripar Profile, whatever. What is it then? I don't know. Okay, so we got one. This is really good. I'm going to say just put it in my notes, the left LED is ADJ Mega Hex Par. The right LED is the ADJ Mega Tripar Profile Plus. Right. So I think they need to be in different modes, and then I need to remember that these will control different aspects of the fixture. Fixture means light, an individual light, which is great. So this is White Matrix. Am I sure I've changed the title of the stream on YouTube? No, I'm not sure at all. Oh yeah, why is it called it that? That doesn't make any sense. Let's put that in there. Sometimes Streamlabs has like a mind of its own. Thank you for that. I have just changed the name. Right, so that's the Mega Tripar Profile Plus manual. We want the Mega Hex Par manual as well. So the Tripar Profile Plus has no amber, which I guess is fine. And the ADG Mega Hex Par does have amber, which is okay. So the Tripar Profile Plus, what channel mode do we want that in? Red, green, blue, UV. I want that in 4-channel mode, really. I don't really care about the master dimmer because I can just control... If I can control those 4 colours, then I can control the master brightness. So that one can be in 4-channel mode. That's good to know. Four-channel mode. Amazing. And then the other one, Mega Hex Par. So that needs to be in... Sorry, the first one needs to be in 4-channel mode. I did want the manual. Did I not search manual? I did search manual. Google's just being a pain in the butt. Okay, so then this one... Oh my god, just get to the bit. 6-channel mode is red, green, blue, white, amber, UV. Okay, so it looks like the mistake I made was assuming that they need to have the same number of channels, which they don't, because the light that is currently facing down has 1 extra color. So that needs to really be in 6-color mode. Cool, so let's turn that. 6-channel mode, sorry. Amazing. So, I mean, what are some of the other channels you can control? Strobing. I don't need strobing. Yeah, I don't need anything else because I can do all the fancy stuff with this, in theory. Okay. We are truly cooking with gas now. Why do people send me important messages as I go live? Really infuriating. So that needs to be 6-channel. I need to save this very important piece of note. LED light notes. Good. So, let's find out if it does work, because if it doesn't, it's going to be really long. Oh, actually, these are fixture 1 and 2. And so I might need to change the channel. Possibly not, I don't know. So that one's red, but the other one is not red. Right, so these are doing different things, which I don't necessarily mind for the moment. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to write down in my notes 1 through 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nearly. And then we're going to go through them and we're going to assign colours, basically. So that one's going to be blackout, number 1. Can you see my notes? You can't see my notes. I'm massively winging it today. So we're going to have a blackout. Let's go red. Is it red, blue, red, green, blue, and then we'll say, well, one of them has amber and the other one doesn't, so we'll go red, amber. We'll go green, blue. I suppose we could have, before we get into that, we could go purple. What are some other blends? Green and blue isn't really a blend. Red and green just gets you nothing. Oh, we'll have a white one for sure. Let's have 16 as white. And then maybe, shall we have a UV? Maybe, I don't know. Let's go red. Just trying to think where UV comes into it. So let's go. I'll maybe have some sort of paler colours towards this end. So pink, pale green, light blue. So then we've got, what's that? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces for slightly more intriguing colour combinations. Let's say we can do something fun with movement, can't we, as well? So let's put these up too. We could have them all white, white, quite white left, doesn't really matter. White, right. Okay. So then 3 more color combinations. Purple, green, blue, red, amber. Let's go blue, purple. Red, green's just going to be hard to look at. I don't know if I'd want to do that to anyone. Let's say, have we done blue, red? Blue, purple, blue, red. Maybe blue, pink. And then what's another one? I've done a lot of blue. I've not done a lot of green. Let's go. Oh, green, purple. How about that? Right. So these are going to be our 16 states. It might not work for, like at all. I can't make any promises. So what we're going to do is we'll go through fixture 1. So blackout is blackout. That's fine. So then we go up to scene 2. We want red. I'm just going to press all the buttons. That's red, isn't it? That's all we need to do. And then fixture 2. That's amber. It's got to find red. Come on, red. Can't find red. Can find white. Can find amber. Can find UV. That's good, isn't it? Okay, so we might have a problem because this one's actually only responding to a few of the buttons, as you can see. That one doesn't do anything. What if they all go up? Does that change anything? No, I literally have UV, amber, and white, which is not ideal. And then these don't change anything within that. Well, we thought we were making progress, didn't we, guys? So, let's change the color mode for the ADG hex par. So we could do 7, I guess. What do we do at the moment? 6. So 7 just gives us the addition of the master dimmer. Or is it the channel? It could be the DMX address that's screwing up. So basically the DMX address is to do with each individual lighting fixture has a set of commands. So we've got the light that's currently on red is in 4-channel mode, which means that the DMX address of the other light needs to be 5. Yeah? I think. So then if that was in 4-channel mode, the next light would need to start on DMX address 9. So this one that's working, actually let's check that it is all working. So we've got, that's the red, green is green, blue is blue, the amber is UV, that's fine. That one triggers that one because I think it's a bit screwy. Right, DMX address needs to be for the right one, I think either 1 to 4 or 0 to 4. 1 to 5 or 0 to 4. Let's have a look. If I can remember how to find that. Yeah, so that starts on number 1. I'm going to put in my notes. DMX 1. So the light on the left should actually be underneath that one. Do you want to see my notes? You can see my notes if you want to see my notes. DMX channel 1. So then that wants to be DMX 1 plus 4 is 5. So that needs to be DMX 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't count. I went to a bad school. What can I say? DMX 5. Outstanding. Yeah, it was not. It was on DMX 6. So that could explain all the crazy nonsense that was happening there. Could be something else, but if it is something else, I don't know what that something is. So let's find out. Number 1. Okay. So something is still happening there. Green, blue, UV, and then for some reason that one. Oh, because we're on 4-channel mode. That's fine. So that's amber, UV, and then nothing else still. Amazing. Maybe that needs to be fixture. Maybe I need to swap them around. What do you think? Because I've just got amber and UV for that one. All the no, actually, I've got all the lighting control here. It's just that it's on the wrong fixture. So that, okay, so that's going to be the workaround. Because to be really brutal, this thing is built by Thomann, so I don't have a lot of faith in it. Like, they're fine as a store, but like the stuff that they build is not, in my experience, that great, which is a bit brutal, but meh. So, scene 1. This is scene 1, so that's fine. I just need to remember how to save. Press program, record to save the scene. Amazing. Look at that. Welcome to the future. So scene 2, we want red, because that's what we agreed earlier. So that's red for that one. And then where's red for that one? Right, well that's red, so that's perfect. So we're going to record, boop, onto the next one. Green. So that's green, and that's green. For 3, 4 needs to be blue. So we've got blue here, blue there. Record. 5 needs to be purple. So purple is a combination of red and blue. red, and blue. That's a nice purple. We could add some UV if we wanted, I think. Certainly from that one. Let's maybe add... we could go half and half like that, but that might hurt some eyes. I'm going to put a little bit of UV in one of them. Is it obvious? Nah, I'm going to not so they match. Record. Number 6 is 1 green, 1 blue. Okay, so green and blue. That's nice, isn't it? Record. Well, we are cooking with gas now, aren't we? 7 is red, amber. So which one has amber? Ah, yeah, so we need 2. UV, amber. And then back to that fixture. This one needs to be red. That's nice and warm. 8 is blue, purple. So we'll go... blue and red plus blue. That one's nice. 9 blue, pink. So let's swap. So that one's blue. Oh, and the other one's got to be pink. Okay, so that plus that. Is that pink? Nah. That's kind of pink. Pink's quite hard, actually. How am I inputting MIDI to the DMX controller? Just this guy. There is a MIDI output of the Arturia, and that's going into this, and then this is basically designed to receive MIDI. That's like the main appeal of it, because it's not really good. There's no point in having a lighting controller as a foot switch, but it's just the cheapest thing I could get with MIDI input. So that is blue, pink. Save. 10 is green, purple, so we'll go... I'm trying to get better at scrapping stuff before I do the next thing. Green, purple. Ooh. I'm going to make the purple slightly bluer, I think. Yeah, that's quite nice. So that's number 10. Up to 11, everything pink. Oh boy. So we'll go... if we go... So that's red. I think if I introduce a bit of green and blue, that's fine. So is that the same there? Close enough. That is our pretty pink scene. Pale green, number 12. So green is there. Do we have a green? Oh yeah, number 3 is green. How do I make it pale? So, well, one of these has got a white light. So I might just do green like that. That's quite nice. So then the other fixture, that could just be regular green, couldn't it? Yeah. I've put a tiny bit of red and blue in there because white light is a combination of all colours of the spectrum. One sec. And black is the absence of those. So in order to make something paler or whiter, you just add a little bit of every other colour. So that's 12 is pale green. Amazing. 13 is pale blue. So we'll do the same thing. Blue. So that one's got white, and that one's got a little bit of... So they're slightly different. But actually I don't mind that. Because having different coloured lights gives a little more what's the word? Like a bit more 3D depth. 13. Yep. And then this one's just white. So one of these, we can just keep the white on, which is great. The other one, what we need to do is put everything else on. The problem with that is because the LEDs are, you don't just have one LED that changes to all the colors. You have clusters of LEDs very close together. This light on the left-hand side, the bottom left-hand side light, which we're calling number 2 for the moment, that one has one LED which is dedicated to white. The other one, the top right light, the one above, to make white, as I said before, you've got to combine all the other lights. So you've got to have the red, green, and blue LEDs on. So that means you get a little bit of something called chromatic aberration. That's a really fun thing to say at parties if you want to sound interesting. Chromatic aberration. What it means is if you put an object in front of the light, you can kind of see an outline of the different colors, because the lamps are not the same lamp. There's some distance apart, and obviously when you spread that light out, it becomes more obvious. You might be able to see, I don't know if you can really. It's tricky. Like you can sort of see flecks of color, so it's not a perfect white. This one just has a perfect white light, but it's close enough. So that's 14. There you go. You learnt the words chromatic aberration today. So 15 is white left. So if we just nerf them, there we go. Save that one. And then 16 is white right. And program. So that hopefully is all the programming we need to do with this. But I could be wrong because I am a moron. So then I can hold this down and it goes back there. So let's have a test. So scene 1 is blackout. Reds, green, blue, purple, green, blue, red, yellow, blue, purple. Ooh. Is that... Oh, that's blue, pink. Blue, pink for 9. Blue, purple, blue, pink, green, purple. Very Halloween-y. Pink, pale green, light blue, white, left, right, off. You can kind of see how this one's brighter than that one, because obviously that's using more light. So actually, let's go in and change that one. So 15 is slightly brighter, and maybe 16 is slightly less bright. What did I just say? I can't remember. 15 is slightly brighter. So 15 is white left. Oh, excuse me. Wrong one. White left. So what we can do is we can add just a splash of... Because we can make the white light with all the others. So we can add a splash of those. So rather than that, we have this. So we do risk a tiny bit of chromatic aberration there. But actually, I'm gonna say that's fine. So we'll save that one, and then 16 is a combination of all of them, isn't it? So actually, we'll reduce them all by a bit, and then we'll record that, and we'll exit that mode. Okay, we're making progress now. So it's not perfect, but it's better, isn't it? Okay. So now we get onto the bit where it's definitely going to all fall apart. I can guarantee it. So I believe this is MIDI channel 1. And this is by default set to MIDI channel 1. There it is. So I don't know. I'm really not sure how to... Because I feel like that should just send the information automatically. Because that's what it did earlier. So ideally we'd have this one. Or maybe it needs to be quite low down. Oh, there it is. So you can see some things changing. Not really see what. Did I turn Chase Dimmer on? I think I did. Ooh. Don't know what that is. Can I get out of that? Chase scene. So then... It needs to be here instead. So I don't want that. Or do I? No. So it's gone so low as to turn the dimmer on. So let's have a look at the Stairville manual with the MIDI commands. I truly don't know what dimmer mode is. Is there any way that tells me? So apparently we're accidentally triggering dimmer mode. Page 41 apparently. Is that where I just was? Yes. Just the dimmer using foot switches up and down. Why? Okay. Okay, so here we are. So MIDI note 1 to 16 will change the scene number, which is exactly what we want. Oh, there is a MIDI note for blackout. Didn't know that. I'm sure we'll be fine. So I need to go all the way down to the bottom, which I imagine we're near now. But then it just goes into dimmer mode. Why is that? That's interesting. Let's go out of dimmer mode. Let's turn those on so we can see when it changes. So if I scroll this all the way down to the bottom, all the way to the top. I don't know if I am going all the way to the bottom or the top. I have no way to know. I wonder if there's some sort of Beatstep driver that would be really handy. White Matrix on YouTube. It might be a bit of over-engineering to send MIDI commands to QLab so it triggers light cues using ArtNet. I want to keep it away from computers, which I know makes no sense, but like I'm on a big doorless trip at the moment, so I don't mind setting stuff up using computers if I really have to, but I'm trying to keep it like completely doorless. And this is one of the pitfalls of that. Because I have my day job, I know bits and bobs about lighting design, not nearly as much as I should, but like, yeah, it's this whole big confusing world. Arturia Beatstep driver software downloads. Let's try downloads. Arturia Beatstep. So what's confusing me is when I was playing with this earlier, you could literally just turn these buttons and it would play every single note that there was, and it worked really well. Oh, I need to plug this into something else. MIDI control center is probably what I need. I don't really give a crap about the firmware right now. So let's go MIDI control center. See how long that takes to do. I need to work out how to plug you in. Oh, that's easy. But MIDI control setter. We are setting up your device. I should hope so. Shall I wait till it tells me it's done it? Probably should. But I'm also lazy. Hey, it did it. MIDI control center. Yes, I would like to install it. Thank you. I absolutely accept the agreement. I would like it to be installed there. I would like all of the things. Yeah, create a desktop shortcut. Why not? Install. Thank you so much. What a great day. Probably shouldn't have put that on the C drive, but whatever. I'm sure it won't ruin everyone's day. I mean, it might do. It's only going to ruin my day. That's fine. Welcome to the wizard. Hello, wizard. Again, I could have put that anywhere other than the C drive, but I chose not to. This may take some time. Please wait. I don't want to. Oh god, that's a lot of stuff. Amazing. Amazing. Disconnect and reconnect. Oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that absolutely now. Boop. Boop. I thought it was going to tell me to restart the whole thing. Finish. You done? MIDI control center. Let's do it. Hopefully. Let's try to do it. Let's do our best and see what happens. Okay. You can't see all of this, can you? No, you can see like that much. And you know what? That's probably the good bit. So I'm going to do a firmware update just in case. You go ahead and... No, I don't have any firmware file. Okay, I won't do a firmware update then, whatever. So how do I do this? So I can give it notes. So does that mean I can change the notes from here? Yes. So let's... Oh, it goes all the way down. That's quite cool. So let's go C1. Just to see if it works. I'm just going to drag these all down to random things that I know work. Are the lights changing behind me? No, they're not. That's fine. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just to create some kind of sequence that may or may not do anything. So, mode MIDI note, yes. Option, toggle or gate. Toggle or gate, I guess toggle. Channel 1, thank you very much. And then can I just use a template? Now just export that, please. Nope. Sync device. Okay, I didn't sync the device, which I probably should have. So let's just go whip, 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 whip. Okay, so that's what we're going to get it to do, whatever those pitches happen to be. Can I send that? Store 2. Now if I press play, is it just going to work? I have no faith in my own abilities. No. Do I need to recall number 1 and then play it? Still no. Do I need to be in this mode? Nope. Channel 1, yeah. Recall from there. Okay, interesting. And this still doesn't do anything helpful. I mean, it sort of does. Okay. Well, that's a pain in the butt. Or maybe it needs to be memory 1. So store to memory 1. And then we go recall, memory 1, play. No. Huh. Does it need to be in dimmer mode? Because I don't really know what dimmer mode does. No, it doesn't want to do with dimmer mode. Does it need to be in sequence mode? Recall from 1. Man, this has got to be the world's most riveting live stream. Okay, so... Okay, well that's good because I can clearly see the steps. Do I need to press whatever this button is? Store to working memory 1, or memory 1, whatever. Recall 1, play. No. No. Okay. So, oh, that's step. Yeah, step is what I want, isn't it? Pad 1, pad 2. Pad 1, pad 2. Is it because... Oh, those are on CC, so maybe I don't want them on CC. Maybe I want them to be... pitch. Bank select, modulation, undefined. General purpose controller 1. Well, I want it to be... Oh, that's tuning, isn't it? So... Can I not change that to all notes off? Local control, sounds off. Bank select? No, I just want it to be a note select. Channel volume, undefined. General purpose controller, undefined, undefined. Okay, so what about these MIDI notes? Because it's annoying that... So when I was playing around with it, you could select the pitch using these buttons. And now I can't, which is very confusing. So let's change this to be note C-2. Is C-2... What is MIDI note for C-2? That doesn't help me. C-2 is 0. That's amazing. Okay, so C-2 for that one, and then we want C-sharp -2. D-2. This is going to take ages. D-sharp -2. I hope you're having a good time. E-2. I can't possibly say something witty after every single button click. F-sharp -2. G-2. G-sharp -2. I have high hopes about this. G-sharp A. A-sharp -2. I have high hopes, but I have high hopes about a lot of things. And then my dreams just get shattered in front of my eyes. But it's fine. I'm used to that. I don't really find that disappointment and failure affects me. D1. C-sharp. D1. G1. So D-sharp 1. Can I store to there? Can I store to there as well? So now... Ooh, okay, so there's something wrong. C sharp 2 and C2 are different. So then is that 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one doesn't do anything. Why is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be 16, but in fact it's 15. I'm going to put this on so we can all just admire my genius. My genius that took nearly a full hour to get working. So that's dope. So I have a much, much better lighting controller here, which I'm super excited about. Why is this happening? Maybe I just didn't set up number 2 correctly. That seems completely likely. C sharp -2, C -2, C sharp -2, channel 1. Nothing else has changed, so why are you like that? Let's try storing it there again. Enter memory 1. Interesting. So maybe C. So if that's 1, is that one just nothing? So what if that is instead this instead? Okay. So everything's behind 1. So let's change that to C sharp. This is really going to hurt my brain. Oh, sorry, I meant to do C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. This is progress, though. This is great. B, C, D, C sharp, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. I'm going to do a disgusting burp. I did say. Stick that in working memory as well. Right, so blackout 1, red, green, blue, and then I can't remember the others. Are you proud of me, Father? Right. So that's fun. Now I need to do a sequence. So I don't know how to do that. I don't know what these buttons do either. So let's go. So can I just turn these on and then they do whatever? So they're doing their own thing. So then how do I tell? How do I do the sequence? Yeah? Because then, yeah, so how do I record a sequence? This is all stuff that I'm asking, and it sounds like a genuine question, but I know I just need to Google it. So I'm going to get rid of the ADJ manuals. The Beatstep is going to stay up there. So I need to record a sequence, don't I? As a MIDI interface, editing the Beatstep controller settings. I don't want to do any of that. Frontman overview, sidebar overview. Editing the Beatstep controller settings. No. Sequencer operation. I guess so. Scale types. I don't care about any of that. Pattern editing. Input scale, parameter mode, synchronization. Maybe pattern editing. Page 30. I'm going to put it here so we can pretend that we're all reading the same thing. When in fact I know that I can't read. Is that visible? Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Well done. Page 30, I think it was. 20. 30. Pattern editing. As with nearly every Beatstep control, the encoders have a dual purpose. In control mode, they can send almost any kind of... Which one's which? Is control mode red? Beatstep control mode red. Red for control. Okay, I need to write that down. Blue control, red sequence. I forgot which one Q was. Okay. In sequence node, they can help determine the note of each sequence we'll play. So we want it in sequence mode, which it was, and then that will change the pitch. Except it's clearly not doing that. Okay, so then let's use this, I guess. Like the encoders of the pad have more than one function. In control mode, blue, they send almost any kind of MIDI data. In sequence mode, they enable or disable each step in the sequence. So we currently have... Oh, well, that's not true, is it? Because blue is clearly... And then red is changing the lights. I don't know if you can tell that, but, like, clearly that's what's happening. So, okay, fine. So then how do I do it? So then... can I... So that just turns them on or off. And in theory, this should change the pitch, but it doesn't. By pitch is basically the... pitch is basically the end of that sentence. Pitch is the lighting stage, the scene. Pitch equals scene. Brain not working so good. So what if... but it doesn't have a way to... No. Okay. So, I'm a bit lost. How do we do it then? Okay, I don't need to know about the hidden abilities of each button. I just literally need to know how to input a sequence. This is all lovely. Do not modify the unit. Oh, I was going to paint it. Sequence. Yeah, of course there's 167 uses of the word sequence. Storing a preset. Oh, the default preset. Recalling a preset or sequence. Storing a preset or sequence. No, I want to make a sequence. Sequence a channel. No. Sequence data. Musical notation. Music. No. No. Sequencer operation. Yeah, I know what a sequencer is. Pattern editing. Is that where we just were? Page 30. God damn it. Okay. Input scale. No. None of that. Sequencer channel. Sequencer channel settings. Alright. So, where's like basic operation? Chapter 5 explains how to use the MIDI control center. Don't care. Chapter 6 covers the basics of editing a sequence. Yeah, let's have Chapter 6, please. Chapter 6 is page. This is just how to use a book live stream now. Chapter 6, 28. I have high hopes for page 28. I don't. When the control sequence button is used to enter sequence mode, the Beatstep transforms into a step sequencer. Amazing. The pads and encoders are now control and I can't read. The pads and encoders are now control and input devices that help define the sequence. Here's how they will play. The pads enable and disable sequence steps and are used with the shift button to define various features such as playback mode. Okay, that's not what we want, because that's like the speed of the playback and forward, reverse, alternate and random sequence. The encoders determine which notes will be played, so it has to be the encoders, apparently, in this particular mode. Which it's clearly not. Not wanting to be that guy. So if I try to... What if I shift? Doesn't do anything. Well, this one. See, these change it fine. So what would be amazing is if I could just record... Nope. I don't know why I thought that would work. I'm sort of just pressing buttons now and hoping it works. So in this mode... all I can do is turn dimmer mode on and off, which is amazing. I'm using the right output. MIDI out. I mean, MIDI out seems to be the one, doesn't it? I don't know what dimmer mode is or how to get there. And it's not like dimmer mode needs to be on. Okay, let's say how to program sequence Beatstep. Yeah, go on. Let's watch this 10-minute YouTube tutorial.
Today, I'm going to tell you about our new product, the Beatstep.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Our velocity and pressure sensitive. They're all backlit.
You bet they are.
You can see very brightly backlit. The encoders, you've got 16 encoders. Any of the pads, any of the encoders can be set to their own MIDI channels. They can have different modes. You can have absolute relative modes in the knobs.
Lovely.
You can have range limits on the knobs.
Yeah.
The pads can be MIDI notes. They can be MIDI CC messages. They can be in a latched or in a gate mode.
Great.
They can send program change. They can do a whole lot of different types of messages here. You've also got some transport buttons. These can send MMC, or they can send any kind of MIDI CC message. Some DAWs don't receive MIDI machine control, like Ableton, so you need to use the MIDI CC functions for that. You've got 16 presets. And you can recall them and store them right off the fly here, just off of the recall and store buttons. And then you can change MIDI channels by just touching channel and then pressing 1 through 16 on the
Don't
pads.
care.
This is set as level, set to MIDI CC7 right now. So it's really a 17 knob box. On the side panel, you've got USB. You've got this with a regular computer via USB. You can also use it via MIDI to any kind of... You don't have to see. The pads are extremely sensitive.
Yeah, they are.
You don't have to stand or jump up and down on them to try to get sound out of them. I know some pad controllers you have to do that, but
yeah, he's right there.
These you don't. All right. Now, one thing that makes this different is that this little button over here that says control_sequence, yes, it has a step sequencer. We wanted to make just a pad controller. Thought that was a nice product. There's other ones out there on the market, and we wanted to do it better by having more knobs and more pads. But then we looked at it and said, hey, this is a really nice analog sequencer kind of layout.
Yeah, it is.
So we put sequencer mode. Now what you can do is you can use this, and the sequencer has its own MIDI channel, and you can drive other software or hardware devices. So right now I'm driving SEMV. And it works like any other step sequencer where you enable and disable your steps here, and you change your pitches up here.
Bet you don't.
Now, one thing that you have is you've got a number of different modes here that you can play with. So by holding down the shift button, I can change the direction. Right now it's going forward.
Okay, so that's not helpful. Let's go back to... Oh, I also appear to have lost control. That's good. Oh, it needs to be... There we go. Let's go back to this. And let's try to... Right, what we couldn't work out is how to get this to control... Or is it just bank select? So in thingy mode... Okay, so in control mode... Sequencer mode? In sequencer mode, you use it to change pitch, right? But the pitch doesn't work for some reason. So there's got to be some way to control that, one would hope. And I say that in the full and certain knowledge that I don't know that. I also don't know how to get it. Okay. Excuse me, that was gross. But maybe if we put it down to maybe up to 17, just as like an experiment, so it only goes from 0 to 17. Store to working memory, please. Store to memory 1, just to be safe. I'm all burpy because of the because of all the Pepsi Max. So now. Oh. No. That hasn't done anything. Amazing. So we can't control those in that way. So maybe can we upload this sequence? So C1 and F sharp 1. Let's just put the rest down to user scale. I just want to be chromatic, please. So I don't know, let's try that. Store to working memory and memory 1. Does it work? No. Nope, still nothing. Riveting. Oh no, I don't want to do that. So, hang on. So those are the individual pitches which we know work. So that's not the mode we want to look at. And also these are in one mode. They are in one mode they select the pitch, and in the other mode they don't. And it's the mode where they do select pitches which is the problem, but actually we don't have control of that here. Could that be a bank? No, bank select isn't really helpful. That's tuning. Hang on. So what if that was the tuner? Let's find out, I guess. Nah. Just goes to dimmer mode. Outstanding. Right. So we either have control or we have NPRN, RPN. Coarse and fine doesn't help us. Screw it, let's try RPN instead. I don't know what that means. Store 2. Same thing. No. Okay. I mean, that's kind of fun just to be able to do that. So this is the sequence editor, so I don't know why that doesn't chosen to do it. So let's just try uploading that again. Because it doesn't go down far enough. C-2. It doesn't go down that far. Okay. Why doesn't it go down that far? Notes. Oh, it does? Oh, no, that's the bugger. C sharp. I'm going to change that to D2. So those go down that far, but then the sequence does not. Which is really good. Does any of this help? Overall transpose? -1. That might. Because then if this only goes down to that. Nothing so far. So C-1. So then. So that still works. Which is great. So, but then that bit doesn't. So we've got overall transpose, which is good. Global channel, yes. CV gate channel, let's put that to 1 as well, I guess. Knob acceleration, no. Velocity curve, don't care. Sequencer channel, fine. Overall transpose -1. And the rest of this shouldn't affect that at all. So then what if we go to... Yeah, okay, so this doesn't go down far enough, which is currently our problem. This is genius, building in the MIDI console. That's really smart. So that goes down to C1. So it's possible that... Wait, hang on. C1 is... Oh, that's still C minus 1. So do we need to transpose 2? Hang about. No, so that's... So C sharp minus 2 is what we want. Man, do you guys have headaches? Because I have headaches. So if it's if it only transposes as far down as C1, but we want to go down to C minus 2, we need minus 2 octaves. So let's try that. Store to working memory. Thank you so much. So now that's still doing that. So that does nothing in that mode. And that's still C1, C sharp minus 1. So actually that overall transpose hasn't done anything. Which is good. So then if I change that to there, store to working memory, that's still C1. Heck. I don't believe there's any way with this to change the MIDI notes. That would be nah, because it's just mapped how it is according to this manual. So it's just 0 to 16 is the scenes. Oh, 1 to 16. That's why C minus 2 didn't work. It has to be C sharp minus 2. And then that's C sharp minus 2 to E minus 1. So then F minus 1 to maths that I can't do. So the lowest thing we seem to have access to is the dimmer control, which is 37. So we do need to go back a lot lower than that. But the transpose doesn't appear to work. Just for fun, let's try like a different button here. Like, I don't know why it would work. Nah. I wasn't clear on what I meant there. I'm just trying the different outputs. And that's the one that works. Oh my. So if that's channel 1. Oh no, that's the pitch. That's not the pitch selection. That's the other thing it does. Pants. Have I wasted £80? Probably. Also wouldn't be the first time. Patch change switched control. Nah. MIDI note C2. Okay, so I'm really not sure. The only thing I can think is that maybe a firmware update has changed some of this stuff. So let's have a look through the firmware things. It's now possible to transpose pads in control mode using shift and the big knob. Control transpose pads using shift and the big knob. So that might be what I want. Might it? I don't know, man. Let's okay, let's download that, because we should probably be on the newest firmware anyway, just for fun. So let's yeah, there's that. Firmware. Wait, version 1.2.3, version 1.2.3. So we're on it. So does that mean that I can shift transpose with that? No. Firmware revision upgrade using... I'm so confused, man. Showing folder. Right, let's delete all of this stuff that isn't that. And let's extract all. World's most fun stream. Upgrade, downloads, that. Entering firmware upgrade mode. Please unplug the device. Then plug it in again. Oh, it does that. So, and then plug it in again. Done it. Okay, upgrading firmware. So implicitly, according to this software, I was on the latest firmware, because it says version 2.1.2.3, but maybe it means that there is a version there. Completed without error. That's wonderful. So I'm just going to close this and then open it again. Or am I? No, I'm not. Where have you gone? MIDI control center. Wah. I'm having a great time. Are you guys having a great time? Don't answer that. Okay, so working memory, this one. So it's reverted to all of those. So I want this working memory. Or do I? Do I have to redo all my stuff? Recall that one. No, it's reset everything, hasn't it? So that's fine. So that means that everyone hates me. That needs to go down to C#2, D -2, D# -2. I've missed this bit. E -2, D E, F -2, F#-2, G -2, G#-2, A -2, A#-2, B -2, C -1, C#-1, D -1, D# -1, E -1, and the lights will change. Heck yeah, let's keep it on red. The color of people being joyful. Store to working memory. Store to memory 1. Save as. Lights are great. Good. Okay. So, what did we learn? That's what we were going to do. We were going to have the MIDI console open. So that's channel volume. But then holding shift is supposed to change something there, and it's clearly not. That's pan. And that is not a helpful sequence there. Cool. So, right now we have a situation where these work. Ooh. Some of them work. Why don't they all work? C sharp D. That should be black. Oh, is the transpose thing stuck? Hang on. Hang on. Overall, oh no, overall transpose. Ah, is that an octave or... So these are all set to C sharp 2. And then that's red. But that thinks I'm doing that. So... What? Do I need to sync properly? Continue without saving. Haha. Oh, it's unhappy. So... What? So C sharp, that's that one. Channel 1, C minus 2, C minus 2, C minus 2. Ooh. These ones just aren't doing anything. That's C sharp there, and that's C. And these are all C, even though they're clearly not C. So why are they coming through like that? Ah, my brain. Is it because I want all of these on? I don't know. Man, this is melting my brain. Okay. I do not understand what's happening. I'm just going to have to do that and close that and then hope that when I turn it back on again... Thank you. Recall number 1. Okay. Let's forget whatever that was. Oops. MIDI control center, please. Heckity heck, y'all. So... Device is connected but not synchronized. Well, let's synchronize it then. Okay. Okay, that was a blip. Doesn't matter. I'm prepared to work past it. So now we want the MIDI console. So I think we can try overall transpose minus 12. So does that mean that when we go into this, B2A2, A2A2, no, that's not doing anything, is it? So what if we do... So that needs... If those are 1, then they need to be minus 2. So actually we need minus 36 transpose. I'm pretty sure that... on a transpose should be octave, shouldn't it? Not... Yeah, transpose should be octave. So minus 2 or minus 3 should achieve what we want. But I bet it's not gonna. And this is really annoying that the pitches refer to flats, but when you're editing notes here, it refers to sharps. For some of them. Like one or the other, buddy. Come on. What would be really nice if there was a way to like record and then tap in what I want, because I can perform what I want. Let's maybe Google that. Record in sequence or live sequence. I don't know. Beatstep. Key step, they can do it. That's nice. Okay, so this is possibly... How can you record MIDI into Beatstep? Oh, that's Beatstep Pro from an Ableton clip. Can I import MIDI, but is there a way to record it into... If you want to record on sequencer 1, select sequence 1. Got it. Set MIDI track output to the right MIDI channel. Okay. USB slave, which is that one. Press record. Okay, so this doesn't have a record. So that could be the problem. Because it seems like an oversight that I can't just tap in what I want, you know? Seems like a problem. Because this is all fine. This is great even. This is really cool. But I can't. I can turn things off, but that's no good because I can't select the pitches that I want because it doesn't go down that low. We're on the latest firmware. I'm using the software. I don't really need the manual because it doesn't have the information. And there's no way to transpose the information I'm outputting down. Well, because apparently it's not doing it. Because literally the lowest it goes is C1. Now, which is clearly not transposed at all. I can't change that. I can turn that on and off. That's really fun. I might just sit here and do this for a while. I mean, I guess I could use it as a... Buyer's remorse is setting in. That's good. Global channel, sequencer channel. So could I change it so that global channel is 1, but sequencer channel is 2? So, like, that still changes the lights, but then the sequence does something else. But then that's not really sequencing lights, is it? Not at all. Just trying to think if there's no way to record in, because that's apparently a Beatstep Pro feature. Channel. Let's try Beatstep. Transpose. Transposing a sequence. I've been trying for the past week to figure out how to transpose a sequence using the notepads on board the Beatstep Pro. Oh, God damn it. Apparently there's some problem with the manual. And you can do this by press and hold sequencer. Well, I don't have that button. Okay. What does this do? Doesn't say. Let's try beat, step, shift, and chan. Input MIDI channel. Okay. That's the Pro again. Let's try the Beatstep manual because that helped us a lot last time. Maybe we need to get into advanced settings. USB functionality. Okay, 35. Let's try it. 35. Beatstep can transmit almost any kind of MIDI data. Almost. And send it back. Oh, I lost my page. Excuse me. It's also able to pass the same kind of MIDI data from a computer through its MIDI output jack. That's lovely. There are only a few types of MIDI data won't generate. Fine. One more important thing to know, the global channel parameter has 16 settings available, one for each MIDI channel, but the sequencer channel parameter offers 17 settings. Okay. Lovely. I'm such a slow reader. I'm ingesting almost no information from this. Fine, that's all to do with using computers and DAWs. Okay, no, that's not helpful. Okay, so what about any other information? Sequencer channel, swing, etc. Transpose, level rate transpose encoder, page 10, overall transpose 24. Okay, let's try page 24 for the overall transpose, although I imagine that's exactly the same as what we tried earlier. That's the sequencer window. Is that important? Is it here? Oh, so this is to do with the software. So, center of MIDI control center is very useful graphics. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Musical notation, lovely. Note names, yeah. There's a lot more to know about this feature. For one thing, there's several entry methods available to you. Type a note name between C1, yeah, fine. Enter an absolute MIDI note number, range 36. God damn it, middle C. Enter a relative transposition. C3 is always relative. Yeah, as soon as you enter. Can enable or disable each sequence step. Okay. User scale. Okay. User scale. So can I change the pitch of the user scale? No, why would I? Because that's not to do with octaves, is it? That's just to do with the scale. That's not doing anything now, that's good. Why have you stopped? Oh, because we changed the channel, didn't we? Lovely. Okay. Anyone else having a great time? Because I am. Okay, so the transpose is not octave transpose, it's an actual transpose, but you can only go down 2 octaves. What about modes? Shut up. The oversized encoder actually has 3 functions depending on the selected mode. In control mode, controls the master level. In sequence mode, changes tempo. But with shift, it transposes the whole thing chromatically. So shift. Not doing anything. That's good. Channel volume. Control. I don't have to look through all of these. Channel volume. Okay, how can we change that? Do I need to search the word oversized? Encoder. Coder. Yeah, there's millions of them. Encoder. Encoders. That's still page 10. Editing pitch with the encoders, number 30. This is not going to be helpful, is it? Pattern editing aims pitch with encoders. As with nearly every Beatstep, control the encoders of dual purpose. In control mode, they can send any form of MIDI data. In sequence mode, they help determine the note each will play. Okay, that's not helpful. I'm just going to scroll through this, see if there's anything here. Select a new pattern length. Okay. Set to 16 by default. Fine. So how do I select the user scale? Oh, like that. Okay. So then what's the user scale? Nothing, apparently. Channel 1, yeah. So that doesn't seem to be sending any information now. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Why is that? C1, C, C, C. Ah, is that because we're within the user scale? Okay. Or because of the transpose. We haven't transposed. Scale type user. CCC, so it's only got Cs. I didn't think that's what I wanted, but okay. So let's not use the user scale. Let's use harmonic minor. Screw it. CD. That doesn't go down that far. So then we just want chromatic, I think. She's still not doing the scene chase dimmer mode. Let's find out about dimmer mode. Oh, no, wrong one. Dimmer. Scene chase dimmer. So how do I operate into dimmer mode normally? Do I have to hold that? Yes. But what is dimmer mode? I hear you asking. No one's actually telling me. That's a dimmer. That dimmer. Calling scenes, press foot switch. Oh, that one. That's not what we want. Calling faces, no. Dimmer. Keep foot switching dimmer. The indicator LED dimmer lights up. Yes, it certainly does. Adjusting the dimmer using foot switches up and down. Yeah, apparently. But why? A single keystroke changes... Keystroke? What are you on about? I'm not clear on what dimmer mode does. Anyone else? So what is... Okay, stair, fill, DMX foot, dimmer mode. I don't know what it is. It's a different thing. Different device. Dimmer mode. So, what does dimmer mode do then? You want to tell me? DLFL, I don't know what that is. All the way down to the bottom. So I don't believe that actually. That's just a different mode, isn't it? That apparently we never need. I've certainly never needed it. I've never needed chase either. What if we set you to 0? What does that achieve? Is it nothing? Oh, that's not working how it should. Oh, interesting. Is this because of the... What is going on? Chromatic. I'm lost. Let's turn off sync. Oh, it's this thing again. Okay, so we just unplug it. Continue without saving. Plug it in again. It loads. We turn on sync. Thank you very much. Okay. So what's actually saved in here is fine. It's just that the computer freaks out occasionally, as you can see by how visibly... Oh, although only one of you is working now. Interesting. That's got to be something to do with dimmer mode, I imagine. So let's put that up to... Oops, no. Dimmer mode. I can't remember where it was. Is that to do with the brightness? That could be to do with brightness. Oh yeah, look at that. And then if we dimmer mode full... So why would you have that? Okay, so only one of the fixtures has got enough enough MIDI channels to actually be affected by that. Okay, I'm still marginally excited about this, but it's just not what I wanted. And what I was led to believe it could do. So that doesn't actually achieve anything. C# -2, because it's still C# -2 and D -2. Scale type chromatic, yes. I feel like we've been here before, do you? So there's no way to change the MIDI within the Stairville, I don't think. I don't know. MIDI transpose hardware. We're getting into really silly territory now. Nah, not without computers by the looks of it. I mean, I'm probably going to end up emailing Arturia at this point, but it doesn't look like this is a thing they can do, because I guess they just didn't realise that anyone would need to go down that low in the register, which feels like an oversight, but whatever. So basically what it comes down to is I've paid 80 quid for a lighting controller that's slightly better than this one, but still requires this one to work. But it can do other stuff, I guess. We change global channel. Yeah. Can I change sequencer channel to something else? So this operates on. So the actual pads, the drum pads, control this guy, but then the sequencer can work something else. That might be interesting. I guess, because it looks like you can do the sequencer and stuff in simultaneously. The other pain in the ass thing is I don't know if I can send MIDI data. I've got to send it through the USB, but of course I'm trying to do it doorlessly, which is a bit of a pain. I'm going to just look and probably make myself really angry. Beatstep Pro manual. Because if the Beatstep Pro goes down to the minus, I'm going to be really annoyed. So let's say, what do I need to search? What is it that I need to search for? Let's try sequence editor. Sequence editor. Nope. Score. Stave. Nah. C -2. Yeah, so that has a range C -2 to G8 by the look of it. I'll CV gate mode. C3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe not that. Hang on. So Beatstep manual, not the Beatstep Pro. I probably should have tried this earlier. So let's try C sharp -2, C sharp, C -2, C sharp -2. No. Pain in the butt. Okay, so I guess my next stream you won't see me with all kinds of flashing lights and craziness, unless I'm doing it manually like a peasant. It seems so weird to me that you can change the pitch on the pads down to like the lowest notes there are, but you can't change the pitch that the buttons go down to. That seems mental. Like, why one and not the other? Why not both or neither? Right, well, I guess you get to sit here and watch me draft an email to Arturia. Support, I guess. Where to see your product download, FAQ, ask a question. Sales, technical support. Oh, well, I guess this is the day that I make an Arturia account, isn't it? Nearly said my email out loud. That would have been good. Yeah, well done for guessing my country. Oh, yeah, send me information. I don't actually care. I won't read it. Okay, so activation link. Oh boy, what a day. Is it going to go to my junk folder? You bet it's going to go to my junk folder. There you are. Yeah, I'll press all the activation links. You betcha. I'm even going to highlight it as not junk. Arturia login. Yeah, it's me. Please remember me. That's all I really want. I would still like help. Ask for help. Technical support. Select device. Beatstep. I don't think... Do they need my serial number? Oh, looks like they need my serial number. Oop. I was going to say, why is there crap everywhere? But I know exactly why there's crap everywhere. Because I put crap everywhere. Serial number. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Unlock code 1 1 1 1 1 1 11. Product version. I don't know. Oh, you don't need to know any of this stuff. None of it is relevant. Oh, apparently you do. Okay. Just doesn't matter. You don't need to know my operating system. It's irrelevant. Hardware defect. I guess other, because it's not really a problem. I'm just going to call the subject C-2. Product version, I don't know, but it requires an answer, and it says, let us know if you know the product number. Arturia, guys, you gotta try harder. Hi, Arturia. team. Recently purchased the Beatstep sounds weird. A Beatstep. You're just going to sit here and watch me do my correspondence, right? Recently purchased a Beatstep. For use with a lighting. It's with a MIDI lighting controller. It's nice to paint a full picture for them. But unfortunately, only the the pads in control mode. Pads in control mode go down to the lowest MIDI notes, which are required to use the lighting desk. I can change it, unfortunately, to annoyingly, to use emotive language to try and elicit a helpful response. Annoyingly, the pads... or it's only while the pads are in control mode that they go down to the lowest MIDI notes. I had to use the lighting desk. It's annoying that the pads go down to C-2, but the encoders do not, meaning that I can't sequence information. I can't sequence MIDI data in the required register. The transpose function I'm going to call it overall come on, Taylor. The overall transpose function in the MIDI control center doesn't seem to... Oh no, that's irrelevant. So what do I want them to do? Is it possible to alter this in any way? Do you have any suggestions on how else I could achieve this? It's frustrating that the what do you call it? Sequencer. I'll just call it a Beatstep. Is capable of sending these MIDI notes in some ways, but not okay, so if you're capable of sending the notes in some ways, but not consistently throughout the unit. I'm grateful for any advice or support you can offer. Thanks. Hi, Arturia team. Good start. I recently purchased a Beatstep for use with a MIDI lighting controller, but annoyingly it's only while the pads are in control mode. I'm going to capitalize that so it's clear that it's a thing from the unit. It's only while the pads are in control mode that they go down to the lowest MIDI notes required to use the lighting desk. It's annoying that the pads go down to C. It's annoying that the pads go down to C-2, but the encoders do not. I'm going to put capitalized pads. I know you can't see this, it doesn't matter. Is it control mode? I don't know. I can't sequence. It's annoying that the pads go down to C-2, but the encoders do not, meaning that I can't sequence the MIDI data in the required register. Is it possible to alter this in any way? Possibly a future firmware update. Possibly in a future firmware update. Do you have any suggestions on how else I could achieve this? I realised that they're not going to do a firmware update specifically for me, and in fact I'd be really surprised if any more firmware updates are coming out, but it's worth making those sort of lofty suggestions just to be like, you can do this, it's perfectly possible, this is exactly the sort of thing firmware updates are for. I don't know, we'll see. It's frustrating that the Beatstep is capable of sending these MIDI notes in some ways, but not consistently throughout the unit. So I'm basically saying that, like, it feels like someone's made a mistake, because you can do it one place and not the other, so what gives? If that feels like an oversight, I'm grateful for any advice or support you can offer, because, you know, let's stay polite. Now, hopefully, because I'm a brand new customer, they might respond reasonably quickly. So that's the end of my unsuccessful stream. Thanks for sticking around the whole time. This was fun. It was kind of fun. I can do this, which is really helpful. I mean, it's cool, isn't it? It's just not exactly what I wanted. So maybe next time I'm doing a Dawler stream, you might notice me pressing a button occasionally, but, like, that's probably about it. I mean, some of these are really fun. Like, these color combinations are really cool, and I appreciate you can't see them fully with that crappy webcam, but you know what, you'll cope because you're smart. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not going to be on wherever Mixer go whenever they leave. Mixer was nice. I enjoyed the community that was over there, but that's dead now. Thanks, Microsoft, you ruined it. But I'm gonna persevere with Twitch and YouTube, where my bigger audience is, Twitch, where I'm hoping to grow. Usual streams are Monday and Wednesday evenings. Good. I'm streaming out to Twitch, YouTube, Picarto, and Periscope, basically Twitter. If you like any of those more than where you're watching now, feel free to find them. I'm also doing, currently, I've only got a couple of weeks left of this, but weekly guitar challenges on YouTube, literally minute-long videos of, here's a guitar pattern, here's how you do it, now you do it. I'm on number 15. I've been doing them for the entire duration of my lockdown. My lockdown ends 20th of July, so I can do another 2 on Mondays. I'm getting back into the habit of my weekly Friday 4 p.m. content slot. Last week I put out a music video for a charity album I did, so you can go find that. The track is called Soap. It's on YouTube. It's really good. This week I have something coming out on Friday. Next week I have something coming out on Friday, and hopefully the following Friday I have something coming out, although that video hasn't been done yet, so I can't guarantee it. Anyway, this was nice. Say hi to your mum, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow evening. Maybe not. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter and you'll find out, won't you? Take it easy.